I think we are live right now. Let me see. Yep. Hi everyone, it's Global Scholarships and I'm your host Az. I hope you're all doing well. I hope everything's going great. And today, as always, we are here with another weekly live stream. If you are new here, we do these live streams every Friday, basically at the same hour. We are Global Scholarships. We have a website, globalscholarships.com, and as you can see, we have a YouTube channel where we share a lot of informative stuff about scholarships, about studying abroad, general, that type of thing. So our website has a ton of free information. Basically, you can read a lot about, like, not only we have like general guides about scholarships, about studying in different countries, about like how to go through the procedures, like to learn about how much it costs to study in a specific country. For example, how much does it cost to study in United States, in Norway, or other countries. We also have a lot of information here about scholarship opportunities that are currently open, like timely stuff that you need to be aware in time, otherwise you can miss your chances. So as you can see, nowhere in this page, this is our homepage, we have like pricing or like registration or something like that. This is completely free. You can just go to globalscholarships.com and use all of our resources right now. Completely freely. Hang on, okay. So we also have a free search tool to search for scholarships. I'm gonna show you how to use them, and we're gonna talk about a scholarship that just opened for application in the United States, which is full funding. It's a great scholarship. Where are my manners? I'm sorry. And I'm, as always, here joined by Eamon. Hi, Eamon. How are you? How are things?
Hi, Az. I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well too. Thank you very much. Sorry for forgetting to introduce you. Eamon is our expert, guys. He is here to answer your questions. This is a Q&A live stream. Basically, if you have any questions about scholarships, about your specific situation, maybe you are looking for a scholarship, maybe you're applying to a specific university, or you are planning to apply in university in a specific country and you are looking for a device, we are here to help you with that as best as we can. So Eamon is our expert here. Anyway, so this is our search tool. I'm going to show you how to use it. But before that, we also have, for example, like country guides. So if you are planning to go and study in a country and you want to get like all the information you can get, like gather it in a place, our country guides are great. Let me share the link with you, by the way. It's just very simple to follow along. So as you can see, we have like a lot of countries here with country guides. For example, if you want to study in Germany, you can click on Germany. And what you get is basically a collection of guides that we have about that country, from like higher education, pros and cons, because different countries have different opportunities, different challenges. Sometimes something about a country can be very difficult for a lot of people, or something like that. Like, so what are some of the best English taught universities? Because I mean, some countries do have programs that you can apply and study in English, which is a really good opportunity, because now a lot of you are interested in studying abroad, but not that many English speaking countries are very welcoming to international students right now. For example, USA is like has become increasingly more and more unwelcoming recently, and in other countries as well, like Canada. And even if it's not like that, it can be a little difficult to study in those countries because usually they have higher tuition fees. For example, United Kingdom has high tuition fees. Australia, Canada, United States, these countries do have very high tuition fees. But if you go to some other countries like Japan, South Korea, Germany, France, Italy, there are universities that charge much less tuition fees. I'm like talking about, like, in the United States, it can be about $30,000, 40, 50, up to $60,000. And in Italy, for example, you can find universities, very good universities, with tuitions as low as a couple of €100. In Germany, a lot of universities are completely free. You just have to pay about like €300 for semester fees, but a lot of you don't know any German, any Italian, any French, or Japanese perhaps. So like it is a good opportunity in terms of being more affordable, but you don't know the language. So these opportunities might be really good for you. Like you go to study in Germany for completely free without paying any tuition. But also, if you don't know any German, you can just go and study in an English taught program, and a lot of them offer these. And for example, I think we've just made a video about English taught universities in Spain. For example, we have them in Japan, in Austria, in Germany. So anyway, you can look into these, how to choose a program, how to choose a university, how to apply. Different countries can have different procedures, documents, of course, how to apply. We have different tests, language proficiency tests. Different countries have different language tests, and some of those tests, for example, especially in like Korea, I think in China as well, and in Japan, if you get like high scores in these tests, you can just get automatic scholarships, like for example up to 100% tuition fee coverage or stuff like that. So you might be interested in that as well. Of course, you're probably interested in IELTS or TOEFL. And of course, the thing that you are most interested in, usually. Hi there, Kuriku. Hi there, Kuriku. How are you? We are doing fine. Thank you very much. It's good to see you here. And yeah, of course, the one thing that you are the most interested in, how to finance your studies, like how to go and live there. So we have like different guides here, how to study in Germany for free, how to study in this country for free. Usually we make these into videos. They are very popular. You can check out our YouTube channel. Obviously, we cannot guarantee you, like we cannot say if you do these, you'll most certainly will get free education, but we have some like tips and opportunities, like how to find like what universities are more affordable, what universities offer tuition free scholarships, etc., etc., cost of studying, tuition free universities, etc. So you can get the whole information from here. We have other stuff as well, but they are not that interesting to you apparently, going from how much they are viewed on our YouTube channel. And then we have obviously scholarship guides for different types of scholarships. Here we have scholarship by degree, we have government scholarships. I'll just throw in the link for you for this one. I'm pretty sure a lot of you will be interested in these. Government scholarships are usually very, very generous, but a very competitive as well, kind of difficult to get. So like the more information you get about these scholarships, more chance, like more of a chance you have in getting them. Here we have like American government scholarships. There's one in Canada, one in Germany. This is very popular. One in United Kingdom. This just for masters though. We have Switzerland, France, even Turkey. I think we've made a tutorial on how to apply to Romanian government scholarship, and we've made videos about these as well. So yeah, there are a lot of scholarships, and if you want to get information, our YouTube website is great. Now, I'm gonna show you in a second how to use our search tool. Basically, we have a database of scholarships. In this database, we have thousands and thousands of scholarships that are offered by universities to newcoming students, newcoming international students. Okay, so I'm gonna search here. You can type in anything. You can type in a country, a program, a scholarship that you might, best country for commerce students. I'm not sure if there's that much of a difference between a commerce student and like a student going for another program. Eamon, do you have anything about this? Anything specific for commerce students?
Yeah, I think we get this question every single week for a different subject, and the answer is almost the same always. There is no specific country that is good for a specific subject per se. It's all subjective to an extent, and um, it all depends on the universities themselves rather than the country, because it could be just one university within a country that would be good. It could be, yeah, see, there are a lot of factors that come into it, like affordability, like job prospects, and that can be narrowed down to one specific country or even one specific university.
Hmm.
Um, so I guess there's a lot of research that goes into that, and the choice to be made remains on the applicant themselves rather than someone choosing that for them or telling them that there is objectively one country or one university that is better than the others, because objectively there isn't.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah. As you heard, like it is kind of difficult to say this country is good for this program. Like there are some specific countries, obviously, that are very good at specific things. But I don't know much about commerce. Like you can look into, there are some opportunities that are better in some countries. For example, if you give us information about like like yourself, other than like just the subject, maybe we can like where you want to study, what are you interested in, we might be able to help you better. Okay, so you can type in a university, you can type in a country, you can type in a program, doesn't matter. You want to study in Germany, type in Germany, and then you'll see anything like whatever it is. You can just click here, and it'll show you all the scholarships that we have in our database in that country. So as you can see, New Zealand or Australia. Ayman, how would you compare those two? Because like I think they're kind of similar in a lot of ways, with both like tuition fees and their approach to international students. But I don't really know much about like what distinctive differences they have.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of similarities between the two for sure.
Hmm.
But as far as I know, New Zealand is more international student friendly than Australia, especially in
Hmm.
recent years.
Yeah.
Um, Australia used to be one of the big destinations for international students, but I feel like there are more and more laws, there are more and more uh, just it's the direction they're taking when it comes to recruiting international student that's just changed from the Ministry of Education, and I feel like that has affected Australia in general as far as international students are concerned. So that's why I think that New Zealand right now is a much better destination than Australia for sure.
Yeah, I think that kind of goes for like more than a couple of countries that used to be very good opportunity for international students, like United States, like Canada, and Australia as well. I think it's like it was one of the top um, education exporters. So like a lot of international students would come in and pay tuition fees and etc. So the country would make a lot of money out of that. But like recently, not only they have had a lot of issues about immigrants, but also they do have a huge housing crisis, which is why it is really not as affordable as New Zealand. I would guess like it's already I think more expensive in terms of tuition fees etc. than New Zealand, but also like very high rents, very high housing prices in Australia right now. So yeah, they're going through it. There are more opportunities, of course, because it's kind of like a legacy thing. Because like when for a very long time you kind of welcomed a lot of international students with a lot of scholarships. Of course, even though your approach changed recently, you still have a lot of scholarships, but they will be a little less interested in accepting international students. So here are the scholarships that you can find in Australia. Some of these are for bachelors, some of these are for masters. They do have some really good scholarships. For example, you can click on any one of them to get all the information like masters and PhD. Let me find a bachelor one for you. You know what? I'll just show you how our filters work. So we have filters here. You can filter by degree. You can filter by location. We normally have about like 4,500 scholarships here. You can filter for funding. Basically, it means partial funding less than partial funding means it gives you less than the tuition fees. Full funding means it gives you the entirety of full tuition. You know what? I messed that up. I'm going to start over. Partial funding means it gives you less than the tuition fees. Full tuition means it gives you just the tuition and that's it. And full funding means it gives you the tuition, the full tuition, and it gives you something more. Could be accommodation, could be a living stipend, could be insurance support, healthcare support, something like that. So let's see full funding. Full funding obviously is the best and it is the most difficult to get. For example, they have two full funding scholarships for bachelors here. You can find a lot of full tuition in Australia because their tuitions are very high, so they are providing a lot of scholarships for international students to be able to afford. For example, let's choose full tuition. Okay, not that many, not as many as I expected really. So tuition in this country is expensive. Let's see, for example, Deakin University. It's about $30,000 to $40,000. This is Australian dollars. Let's look at maybe Melbourne. It's not here. Now let's say all funding. I think Melbourne was here. Curtin University, Sydney, University of Melbourne. Right. So we have Australian government scholarship as well. Let me share the link with you. Could you please explain about Italy? Okay, we're going to talk about Italy in a second. We talk about Italy all the time. It's a great country to, I think, to go and study in. Can I apply to KAIST for early and regular track with separate fees? That's a very specific question, and I think in a second when we come back to that question, I think Eamon will have an answer for us. But for now, let's answer the other question. So yeah, this is it. You can look into scholarships. There are more scholarships. Like you don't have as many scholarships in New Zealand. I don't think we have any in our database. Maybe a couple. More than a couple. Okay, we do have many. Let's see if we do have any full funding. One full funding. Yeah, I remember this one. This is a good scholarship. Not available to a lot of nationalities though. Let me share the link with you. Anyway, I hope we have been able to help you at least a little bit. Kushbu Rethi. Yeah, there are differences. You might want to look into the scholarships. So, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Let's talk about Italy. Now, we've talked about Italy a lot recently. So we've made a couple of videos as well. Maybe you've seen some of those. I don't think there are that many scholarships open for application right now in Italy. So these are the ones that we have in Italy. Now, in Italy, in Europe in general, excluding United Kingdom and Ireland, etc., tuition fees are not very high. For example, this is University of Bologna. This is, I think, the oldest university in the world, and the tuition is about 500 euros, 1,000 euros. They are very, very affordable. And there are some scholarships as well. For example, in Germany, you don't have to pay any tuition fees. There are no tuition, but they also don't give you a lot of like full funding scholarships. Italy is not like that. They do have quite a lot of like full tuition or full funding scholarships. For example, let's see, we have University of Padua International Excellence Scholarship. As you can see, this covers like 100% of the tuition fees, and then it gives you about 8,000 euros per academic year. Not open for application right now. Not that many universities are open for application in any way. Like I struggle to find universities to make tutorials. We have benefits and exemptions for Collegio Superiore in University of Bologna, and then we have Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Let me share this with you. Like, if you have any other questions, uh, hi Nina, we'll be back in a second for you. If you have any specific questions, maybe we can help you a little better with that. But basically, there are some English taught programs, but like it would be better for you to learn some Italian to be able to get by. It's not as expensive as other countries like United States or even like some Asian countries, Japan, South Korea, etc. In terms of like tuition fees, living expenses can be a bit high depending on where you study because rents can be quite high. For example, if you are studying in, let's say, Bologna, like somewhere touristic, rents can be quite high. But even then, you can find accommodation sometimes in the university, sometimes in kind of like the outskirts of the city where rents are way more affordable. And then you can find like some perhaps part-time jobs or some scholarships. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think Italy is a really good option right now. Eamon, do you want to add anything about Italy before we move on to the next question?
Um, and Italy in general, you mean?
Yeah, they asked about Italy in general.
Yeah, Italy is a very affordable country. I think we dedicated a whole live stream to this at
Yeah.
some
Mhm.
point, and we talked about even work opportunities for international students, as
Yeah.
it is a country that is built on tourism, and therefore it is always in need of young people working at hotels, and any kind of service or uh, just service-based businesses like hotels, restaurants, cafes. They're always in need of international students, provided that you speak a bit of Italian, so that is always a plus. But English is also required, especially in hotels that have a lot of uh, people coming from all over the world. Um, yeah, so that is a big thing that is unique to Italy, I would say, when it comes to allowing students to work and uh, just be able to pay for their education through the work they do, which is not allowed in many countries, or at least your hours would be limited. I don't know of a limit in Italy. I know a few people who are there and who are working, and they were never really restrained in that regard. Also, you are given a year after you finish your studies to find a work, and as long as you're insured and have a job, you can renew your visa every single year. So that is also something that not many countries are offering at the moment. I guess these are a few things that I can think of when I think about Italy. But if anyone has any specific questions, I'd be happy to elaborate on any of the points I mentioned.
So, regular shorts, that kind of depends on what program you're planning to apply. For example, if you're applying to study in English or studying in Italian, if you haven't, I'll just give you the, for example, as you can see, we have like English taught programs. Yeah, I'm gonna just give you the link for this. Maybe you can get a little more information. Okay, thank you very much, Eamon. I think we talked about Italy sufficiently. If you have any other specific questions, feel free to ask them. Regular Shorts asked about, can I apply to KAIST for early and regular track with separate fees? Eamon, do you have any information on that?
Oh, so the only situation that I can think of where you'd have to apply for both is that uh, if you're not accepted in the early application. So if you're not accepted, then you go for the regular one. Apparently, KAIST allows that, although um, it's not uh, stated in the rules to be that way. But I can see that some people contacted the university and they told them that they're allowed to. So take that with a grain of salt. But uh, according to someone who has contacted the university, you are allowed to apply for both.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, regular shorts. I think it clearly says here that no Italian language certificate is required when applying for an English taught degree program. You can get more information about that here. I think they're like different for medicine and non-medicine. Okay, we have one more question. Nina asks, "Hello, sir. How are you? Hi there. It's great to see you. Um, how do I apply fully funded scholarship for undergraduate details, please? Like a roadmap. I saw scholarship, but don't know how to apply. So, a specific kind of changes. They change based on the scholarship. Sometimes you can apply, like you need to apply to the scholarship through like when you apply to the university. For example, there's just like a I think it was like that for KAIST, for example. When you apply to the university, there's just a little box saying, "Do you want to apply to the scholarship as well?" And you can just like tick that, and that's it. Some scholarships require you to apply after you are admitted to the university. Some scholarships you cannot apply. They're not for you to apply. They're available, but they're only available to people who are kind of like recommended by the school, by the dean, or something like that. That really kind of depends on what scholarship you are talking about. Maybe if you specify, we can give you more information. One thing you can do is, let's say you've seen a scholarship, and you can just go and search for the institution on our website. Let's see, you've seen a scholarship in Harvard, right? Type in Harvard, go to the Harvard University institution in our page, and try to find that scholarship. For example, you've seen financial aid in Harvard. You can click on that and get more information how to apply, like application process, deadlines. You can even go and see their own page about how to apply. So yeah, it's that there is not just one basic roadmap for every single scholarship. Sandhya, hi there, Sandhya and Laji. I'm gonna look into your both of your questions. Is HKU a good idea for bachelor's in engineering? Okay. And Laji says, "Hey, thank you very much. You're welcome. I really appreciate it because it helps a lot of people. Is it possible to get grants or financial support from other sources to study in China? This is what I'm looking for because I have got the Shanghai government type B plus scholarship, which covers tuition, dorm, and insurance. I'm looking for support for living expenses." Okay, so you already got a scholarship that covers everything except living expenses. You are looking for another scholarship on top of that that will cover your living expenses. So first of all, we're gonna go to Ayman for that, but first we're gonna focus on the other question. But first, I want you to check if that scholarship is not exclusive. There are some scholarships that have to be exclusive, that you cannot get if you are already also getting another scholarships. Like some universities or like government say, "I'm going to give you this scholarship, but only if you are not also getting other scholarships." And so if you get another scholarship, that one might be canceled. Like I would really highly advise you to go and check that out first, because I think there are some scholarships in China that are like that. But we're going to talk about that in a second. But first of all, Ayman, Is HKU a good idea for bachelors in engineering? What do you think?
Um, I don't like even if you name mm, probably any university, it wouldn't make much of a difference. I know that the University of Hong Kong is um a reputed university that you can go wrong with if you choose it. But there are many universities that would be equally as good. So it just depends on uh, your interest in general in Hong Kong itself, whether you find the place interesting enough for you to live there. Um, is that the only option you're considering? Is it better than the other options? Uh, there are a lot of things that go into a decision like this. So the short answer would be yes, it is a good idea, but uh, my question would be, have you considered other universities, other places? Do you think you'd be accepted at the University of Hong Kong, or do you think you have better chances at being accepted at another university? Do you think that your profile fits another university better where you would get a scholarship? So these are like things to consider uh, before saying that a university is a good or a bad idea. Um, I would say all or most universities that are really high ranked would be good, but some of them would be better for you than others, and uh, that's the main thing. So you have to consider yourself and how you would fit there and what the university would be able to offer you as a student.
Okay, thank you very much, Amen. So, what do you say about Ludge's question? So they are looking for. They got Shanghai. Heather, peace and love. We'll come back to you in a second. They got Shanghai Government Type B plus scholarship. They're looking for something else to support their living expenses. Like first of all,
Um,
go ahead. Sorry.
yeah. So what you said is accurate, and it's the first thing I looked for. And basically, they can get any kind of scholarships or aid from um, organizations outside of China. So it
Mm,
states
I see.
clearly in the eligibility criteria that you're not eligible if you have received any other scholarships offered by the Chinese government or organizations. So if it's the Chinese government or a Chinese organization, then you're not entitled to the scholarship, which means that you would qualify for the scholarship if you received aid from somewhere else. So, provided that the aid is not coming from China itself, as in government or organizations, you'd be able to combine those scholarships with the uh, the one you were offered.
So do we know like does anything jump to your mind like a scholarship like that funded by someone else to go and study in China?
No, not really. Like the external scholarships are very niche, and they're most of the time they cater to a specific category of students, sometimes a specific
Mm-hmm.
subject, sometimes students from a specific region, and there are a lot of them, and it's hard to just know them like that. You'd need to do a lot of research into that and see which one would actually work for you. They're not like government or university scholarships that are offered to a huge number of students. So you can know those just from exposure to scholarships, just from knowing scholarships. But the external ones are there are too many organizations. They offer them for whatever reason they think would benefit them. So that's why you just need to research external scholarships and see which one is targeting you specifically.
Okay, thank you very much. So, peace and love. Hi, what to do? I'm confused. So, yeah, there are a lot of information, but basically, what you can do to simplify it is just go to our website, right? Go away, Vignet. Just use our search tool to find full funding scholarships. Like, type in any country that you are interested in, or you can just hit enter, right? And just spend like 10-15 minutes with it at least to get an idea about what is going on. So these are the full funding scholarships. For example, you can just type in locations. A lot of these are in United States or in China. There are some in other countries as well. Of course, as you can see, we have like one in South Korea. And if you see something that you're interested in, you can click on any one of them and get information like what does it cover, and then like if you follow our pages that they give you like very good information. And if you are looking for more information, you can just click here to go to the university's page for that scholarship, right? And if you have still questions about that scholarship, what to do is, I think first of all, your best bet to get scholarship questions answered is you can thank you very much, regular shorts. You can just scroll down and leave your questions here. This is not some kind of like a dead end comment section. Hyunli is the founder of Global Scholarships, and he answers every single question here, every single one of them. Like, I'm kind of surprised how he can find time to answer everything, because it's not like, again, not like a registered account or something like that. Anyone going to our website can leave questions here, and he answers all of them. So if you go in, look into scholarships, like for example, let's say just bachelor's, right? And then if you are interested in something like merit scholarships for international students in Emerson College, just look into this. And if you're still confused, just type in your question here. Hang on, let me just restart the Zoom meeting with Eamon. And then we're going to talk about the scholarship of the week. Hang on. And additional requirements for full funding in Padua. Hey, Eamon, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I can hear you as well, and I do believe. Can you give me a little sound check? Okay, I think
Check one, check two,
OBS
check
is also
three.
getting your sound. Okay, so Padua. Let me check Padua. That's a really good scholarship. It's so hot in here. International Excellence Scholarship. Right, there it is. So, talented international students holding a non-Italian secondary school diploma or bachelor's degree. Basically, if you're applying as a bachelor student, you need to have a non-Italian, basically like a high school diploma from your own country, and applying for an English taught program. So see, not only you can apply for English taught programs, but also you have to apply for an English taught program to be able to eligible for this scholarship. Other than that, maybe, let's see, maybe there was something else. What did I do? No. Okay. Why did I click on open? Who can apply? Yeah, there's selection criteria, selection results. Yeah, not that many criteria. Let me share the link with you, and that should be all. Okay, today we're going to talk about specific scholarship. It's a really good scholarship. It is an opportunity that wasn't open until very, very recently. It is Karsh International Scholarship Program at Duke University 2025. Now, we talked about how like United States is less welcoming to international students as it like compared to how much it used to be. But still, a lot of you are interested in studying in the United States. That's clear. And there are not that many scholarships that cover your tuition fees and like give you something else. This scholarship is kind of very unique. There aren't that many. This is open for application right now. This is for bachelors. It's in Duke University. Duke University is a really good university in the United States. There is no like separate application. We're gonna see about that in a second. But what does it cover? It covers your tuition fees. It covers your accommodation fees. It covers all needs exceeding tuition and residency, which means like it covers your living costs as well. And then it gives you unpaid internship. Basically, you'll also have like internship opportunities, which is great, which of course would make this scholarship not only very generous, but also very competitive. So let's see about the university a little bit. It's Duke University. It's in Durham, United States. There are other scholarships as well. We have the information here about like admission that I think, did we make? Yeah, no, we didn't make a tutorial for application. It probably uses Common App. So we have some admission and scholarship results. Basically, 5 people that we know applied, 3 accepted, 2 rejected. And as you can see, for example, someone got rejected with 1590 with 3.9 GPA. Someone was accepted with 1530 and 4 GPA. Someone was accepted with, sorry, this is rejected as well. Oh, there's just only 1 accepted, sorry. As you can see, it's a competitive university. So we have the deadlines here. And as you can see, tuition is very high because it's like a private university. It is very high tuition, very high quality of education as well. We have some other scholarships. For example, this is also full funding, financial aid. We talked about financial aid scholarships in the United States in our recent previous live streams. We have like graduate scholarships here as well. And we have 1 person who have got that scholarship. You can click here to read their experiences, their journey, etc. We have scholarship stories. Basically, we reach out to people who have earned very good scholarships and ask them to tell us about their experiences. You can also kind of like contact them to ask your questions, etc., etc. So, and as you can see, we have the comment section. If you have any questions, he only answers every question, as you can see. So yeah, this is the university. Where is it? What does it look like? You might ask. So there it is. An old university, again, a very prestigious university. So yeah, that's the university. And not much to say about this. It covers a lot of things. There is no eligibility criteria. Basically, you have to have academic achievement and demonstrated financial need. Like, it's not just for people who are really good, but you need to have financial need. There is no separate application. We have the deadlines here. We have made a video about this. And yeah, as you can see, if you have any questions, you can leave them here. Let's go and see the university's page for this. Yeah, not that much information. We have frequently asked questions, how to apply for this scholarship. You just apply to Duke University. That's it. Anyway, so that's it. Ayman, do you have any do we have anything you want to add about this?
It's really a very straightforward scholarship. Um, and I'm really glad we covered it this early so that people have time to prepare and apply for it. So you have around 2 months, 3 months. Yes, 2 months and a bit. So it is fully funded, covers 100% tuition fees. Um, so they say that it's all needs exceeding tuition and residency, but I'm not sure if that means an allowance or something else. That part is not really clear, but for the most part, it covers way more than a lot of scholarships, and therefore it is really worth applying for. We have a recipient at this university. So if people are interested in reading their scholarship story, their experience with the university itself, then just go ahead and read their story. And I think there are a lot of insights there that you wouldn't find anywhere else because uh, they have actually received this scholarship at this specific university. So you should learn a lot from this.
Okay, thank you very much. And yeah, this is the one, guys. This is the scholarship that we want to talk about. Are there English taught UG physics courses in Padua? Let's see. I'm not sure if we can get information on that, but let's look at it. Why not? Padua. Let's see admissions page. Maybe we can find study in English. Probably there is something about programs here. All UG physics degree program. Okay, let's click here. They probably have okay. Degree programs held in English, bachelor ones, animal care, School of Engineering, School of Psychology, School of Science, biology. I don't think so. Information engineering, psychological sciences, techniques, and methods in psychological science. Yeah, I think these are the ones. Physics, maybe in masters. Yeah, they do have masters, but no, not undergraduate. I think. Let me share the link with you, and you can look for yourself. By the way, of course, this scholarship covers like the scholarship is also available for master students, right? Bachelors and for masters. For masters, you have other scholarships as well. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for joining in. This was our live stream. We do this every Friday. We come here. We see if you have any questions for us that we can perhaps help you with. We're here every Friday, and we of course have some like scholarship that we want to talk about. And thank you for watching. If you're watching this after the live stream as a VOD, thank you very much. I got a recommendation letter from a Chinese uni ranked among top 700. Is it worth it to pursue masters? I would have to ask Eamon because I do not know. Eamon, what do you think?
I'm not sure what they mean by recommendation letter. Do you mean an offer letter or because a recommendation letter is a letter that is given to you by a professor or someone who within your environment with a certain authority to recommend you to a specific university or well, in this context, it would be a university or institution of higher education. So do you mean an offered letter?
Okay, I don't
You
understand the
what?
question more.
Yeah, because you said, is it worth it to pursue a master's and you got a PhD level? Oh, I see what you mean by that. Yeah, so is your professor the one giving you the recommendation letter, or is it coming from just the university? And if so, what are they recommending you for, or who are they recommending you to?
Is alumni from that uni? So connection helped me.
Oh, I'm still confused. Is it a recommendation letter or is it an offer letter?
So music villain, can you try to answer Amon's questions? Because otherwise, he cannot help you. And we're kind of running out of time, so acceptance letter. Yeah, okay.
There we go. Yeah, that makes more sense. Um, I guess if you were, so is it, was the acceptance letter with a scholarship or was it just an acceptance letter? It depends on what your other options are. So this would be a good option if you have no other options. But if you think that you can do better, then you can pursue other universities. Um, but if this is better than the other options you have, then you might as well pursue this university that is in the top 700 in the world. It might seem the top 700 is low, but it is by no means low. I think there are thousands of universities worldwide, and this would be close to the top 1%.
Okay, I don't think we have follow up. Do we? Because we kind of need to end the live stream. Okay, I think that was a pretty satisfying answer. Thank you, Ayman, and also thank you, Ayman, for joining here today, joining me.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me, yes.
Okay, everyone, thank you for joining in. And if you're watching this after the live stream, thank you for watching. We'll be here next week, next Friday at the same hour. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section. You can leave them in our comment section in our website. Leave a comment section. And other than that, we'll see you next Friday. And have a nice week. Bye.